you by Dragonfire Boxing Promotions.
You are on WTV at Thunderdome 30 at Perth Metro City. Brett Benetti at ringside with Paul the Main Man Morrison in a row there. Nice work by TLC Richard Lockett.
With Vinnie Folan, who's fighting Anthony Hawkins tonight on Thunderdome.
With Michael the Bullet Kaplan, who is on a 5-fight win streak, going for number 6 in a row.
Here we go, ladies and gentlemen, bout 6 of the evening here at Thunderdome 30, live from the Metro City nightclub in Perth, Western Australia. 4 by 3-minute rounds in the 72-kilogram middleweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the red corner. He is trained by Igor Posev from the Lions Den Academy in Melbourne. With an official weight of 72.4 kilograms, he has a record of 3 fights for 3 wins. Hailing from Perth, but fighting out of Melbourne. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Jesse White! And his opponent, fighting out of the blue corner. He is trained by the NRT Fight Team. With an official weight of 70.9 kilograms, he has a record of 11 fights with 2 draws and 3 wins. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Filipino Flash, Bryce Rulo!
It is Bryce Rulo, the Filipino Flash, taking on Jesse White. And here we go. Filipino Flash, Bryce Rulo's in the red trunks, and Jesse White is in the white, which makes sense. Brett Benetti here ringside with Paul the Main Man Morrison. Looking forward to this one, Paul.
Yeah, this is going to be a ripper. Jesse's a Western Australian boy. He's moved over to Victoria, but he's got a lot of support in the crowd, and it's obviously, as you said, he's 3-0. It's his first fight in front of his hometown, so they've come to show their support.
Well, talking about that, I was looking into the crowd and I see all these people in white shirts, and there's about 200 of them, and they're all here to support Jesse White. I'm thinking, what, this guy's from Victoria, but we learnt that he's from WA, fighting another WA boy in Bryce, the Filipino Flash Rulo.
Yeah, the thing with Jesse is a West Australian boy, similar to me, Brett, is a Peel Thunder project. He played at Peel Thunder. He was only there for a year, and then he obviously stopped playing footy, moved over to Melbourne, so the ex-footy player started his career well with 3 wins.
Tell you what, he looks in great shape here. I don't know too much about it. He does have a 3-0 record, but the Filipino Flash, he's looking to bounce back because he was really disappointed in his last fight against Phil Gould, who I called this fight here at Perth Metro City, and I think he just took it too easy because he did have a victory over the Pitbull, but yeah, Pitbull came out with a man on fire and caught Bryce by surprise. And that was a nice jab there by Jesse White. You can hear the crowd. There's so much support for him here.
He started well, Jesse. Bryce is definitely, he's willing to engage. He can drop the weight and just throw the punches. He can take punishment. He has been stopped before, but he can take punishment. Obviously, being a southpaw, he's going to have to work his way in.
That's the thing with Bryce Rulo. His professional record is actually very misleading because we always know him, especially here at Thunderdome. He's very durable, lasts the distance a lot of the time, and is very tough. So that's why I was really surprised over his last fight. But yeah, he's going to be a tough customer for Jesse White, that's for sure. Really interesting fight. But that's another nice punch there by Jesse White, who's moving around a lot, trying to get in and out.
Yeah, he's definitely using his distance and his range quite well. He looks pretty calm in there. I think Bryce, part of his toughness, Brett, is that he does a lot of work with Benny Cruz, who was known as King Benny, and he was a former Aussie champ and a PABA champion. He's got a very good record.
See, every punch of Jesse White that lands, the crowd reacts, and that sort of crowd, the home crowd, sometimes influences the judges. We've seen it before.
Yeah, Jesse definitely looks like he's in good shape. He looks fit, and he's using a lot of that energy because he's definitely giving Bryce some different angles. It's been a good round.
It's scheduled for 4 3-minute round. A nice punch there by Jesse White, and the crowd reacts once again. And as you heard CJ Rosa say, end of round one, entertaining first round, and the crowd here at Metro City really getting into it as we see our newcomer, our Dragon Fire boxing girl, Sarah, our newcomer, holding the round 2 card. Welcome to Thunderdome.
Yeah, that was a really interesting round. I think Dale Phillips in the corner of Bryce.
Big rig.
Yeah, he's going to have to give some advice to Bryce, because he's going to have to work a way to stop Jesse's movement. He's going to try to break the ring in half, cut it into corners, try and get him against the ropes and throw some punches, because Jesse's definitely using his movement. He's
obviously, Bryce Rulo's working against a higher height and reach advantage as well. So I think that Jesse White's got good movement so far, showing a lot of promise, and using that height and reach advantage and his movement to full advantage in that round one.
Yeah, definitely more athletic than Bryce. But Bryce was getting a lot of advice in the corner from, as I said, Benny Cruz, who was an Australian champ. So good advice. Let's see if he can use it at the start of the second round.
Round 2 here at Perth Metro City. We certainly hope you're enjoying our coverage here live on WTV. It is Thunderdome 30, Perth Metro City. My name is Brett Bonetti, with ringside with Paul, the main man Morrison. Nice movement again, and it looks like he's got a nice jab on Jesse White.
Yeah, he's definitely athletic, and he's using that athleticism. So he's using his skills that he's got to his advantage. Bryce is finding it hard to get on the inside. He's not really sure where Jesse is, and he's struggling with his distance. You can see him sort of leading in with that left hand. He's got to try to find him with his jabs.
Oh, the Jesse crowd is coming out from his fans here at Perth Metro City. You can hear it loud and proud. And I think that might spur him on as well, because he is off to a good start in this one. But again, Bryce Rulo, the Filipino Flash, is a very, very tough customer. So he'll give Jesse White all he can handle and try and take that O from his record.
Yeah, he's definitely hungry, you can see. With Bryce, though, he has a tendency to lead in with that head, and he has been known to have some head clashes. He's definitely been cut a few times. And that's why I'd like to see him get his legs underneath him and lead forward with his jabs. And head clashes can happen, obviously, with southpaw fighters fighting the orthodox fighters. So let's hope we don't get one of those.
There's another nice jab, and every time you say jab, always picture of Angelo Hyder yelling out from the corner, jab, jab.
It's the most important punch in boxing. If you can't hit him with a jab, you can't hit him.
Looks like Angelo Hyder, the trainer of the Maloney twins, Jason and Andrew. That was a nice punch there again by White. Shout out to Andrew and Jason Maloney, the Maloney twins, just signed with Top Rank as well. They're on their way to world titles, those boys.
Yeah, geez, aren't they both doing well for Australian boxing? And another big shout out to the manager, Tony Tolge.
Tony!
Who's obviously the matchmaker and promoter of Dragon Fire. And without him, these shows just don't exist.
Jesse still showing some good movement, and against a tough Bryce Rulo.
There hasn't been many clean shots landed just yet.
No, it's all about, obviously, again, it's tactics at the moment, isn't it? Jesse trying to find a way in, and more so with Bryce Rulo, because he's got to overcome that height and reach disadvantage that he has.
Yeah, well, Bryce doesn't have long to go. It's only scheduled for 4 rounds. So he's going to have to start answering some of these questions that Jesse's posing to him if he wants to win this on the points.
Coming to the end of round 2.
Look, that was a really quality round of boxing. Jesse's definitely got some good skills. I'd like to see him, if he could drop his weight a little bit more and throw some punches. He's going to have some power behind his punches, but he knows what he's good at. He knows his game plan, and his game plan is just to box, so he's quite happy to just stay on the outside, use his flash and movements, his athleticism. He's hitting Bryce with some jabs, and he's not going to engage in Bryce's fight. I think that his game plan is that he thinks Bryce is going to be like what we saw with Benny Folan. He just wants to engage in an all-out war, and he's certainly not letting that happen at this stage.
Of course, Jesse White tried to stay undefeated, receiving advice from his corner, as is Bryce Rulo from his trainer, Big Rig, Dale Phillips. Saw the trainer of Sarah on Fire Dwyer, who's recently had a world title shot.